dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, let's get a original crew.
You don't even hear me to the end
because
it blends so well. So don't hate it. Don't just go along with it. I think we sounded good.
It's your boy DJ Nuke here, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We're back on the channel with another
Kid and C original. Okay. He's so extra.
My vocals was off.
So that cold water ain't gonna help it.
I gotta. That's why I had to cool it down. I mean, warm it up. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
Okay, come on.
Mind your business, man. Stay in your lane. Control your controllables. Remember
okay, yeah, you did. Yeah, okay.
Control what you can control. Don't control nothing over here. Stay over there.
I can control it.
No, you can't.
Find out.
What?
Come on.
Don't let you find out something. Find out you homeless.
Okay, come on. Huh?
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got top 10 worst mothers in history. Your mama on this list?
Nope. The best in the world.
So they have top 10 best mothers.
I will hope so.
She's still late. Well. Oh man, welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, we got it. Hopefully, we finna find out. Hey, no jokes. Ooh, and Mother's Day coming up when we recording this. Yeah. I don't know when it's coming out, but whew, ain't this? That's crazy, bro. Oh man, so before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. If you want to further support, all you gotta do is check out down below. Also, every single time, man, we salute to the comment of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate y'all. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, like it in with a thumbs up. We'll highly appreciate it. But we got 10 mothers who will not be getting a Mother's Day gift today. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about, man.
Some crimes are simply unforgivable.
I think that Gertrude carved the words, "I am a prostitute and proud of it," in Sylvia's stomach because she was already planning to murder her.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst mothers in history.
I don't know what I
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at real-life mothers who did terrible and unthinkable things to their children.
And I'm sorry. That's all I can say. And I ask for forgiveness. That's all I can tell you.
Number 10. Susan Smith. In 1994, Susan Smith reported that her car had been hijacked with her 14-month-old and 3-year-old son inside.
I want to say to my babies that your mama loves you so much.
Adding racial tension to the mix, she claimed they were taken by a, quote, black man. For the next week, she pleaded for their safe return and drew sympathy from the entire nation. 9 days later, she confessed to strapping her boys inside her car and driving it into a lake, where they drowned. Smith's confession caused nationwide outrage, and despite claims of postpartum depression, she was sentenced to life in prison. Number 9.
Cause you know that was a sneaker. That was a sneaker.
Honey, it was no emotion, honey. None. No tears, no nothing.
And I told you they always trying to get up there.
And you ain't have to blame it on no look. Okay.
Bro, they be really like it's the tears coming. Hold on. They be really
but all
hold on, my tears are coming. Though. Yeah, but all just that's and then ain't no telling how many black men they probably have arrested, falsely arrested because of you falsely accusing
imaginary.
The typical black man. Black man with
Wouldn't
bald
even
cap.
nobody like, come on there.
That's me walking the streets.
Girl, bye.
You know how many...
That made me mad. That made me so mad.
Knorr. Knorr was a single mother of 6 who tortured her children. The abuse they experienced was so severe that it inspired the horror movie The Afflicted.
Come on, open wide. I'm saying you gotta eat this. You gotta eat it.
Although all 6 children were made to suffer, the eldest daughters, Susan and Sheila, received the worst of it. Susan was stabbed, shot, subjected to home surgery, and finally burned alive by her brothers at her mother's instruction. Knorr forced Sheila into prostitution and later hogtied and starved her to death in a closet. Terry, Knorr's youngest daughter, eventually brought justice for her sisters when she escaped and alerted authorities. Knorr received 2 consecutive life sentences. Number 8. Marianne Cotton. A real-life 19th century black widow, Cotton buried 3 husbands due to, quote, intestinal problems, which are now believed to have been arsenic poisoning. 11 of her children died of similarly suspect causes. The motive behind these murders? It would appear to be financial. She was big on collecting life insurance. Cotton got away with murder for 20 years until she made the mistake of complaining about her stepson to a parish official. When the healthy boy died less than a week later, an investigation was launched. Marianne Cotton was found guilty of murder and hanged for her crimes.
Bind the legs, cap over her head, pull the lever, and down she'd go.
Number 7. Claire Biggs. Claire Biggs.
Hangings are so brutal. Like, they like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, that's the one of the, like...
What you think? Yeah.
No, I'm just looking at her like, they must whoop her ass. Bruh.
She look rough and he do too.
He look like he on this shit.
Facts, they both do.
Was known to authorities and social workers. Her prior convictions, including drug abuse, led to the removal of her first child, but her second child, Reese, fell through the cracks. And so, he remained in the custody of Biggs and her boyfriend, Paul Husband, who had prior convictions for sexually assaulting a child. The infant would need to have been savagely beaten, as the autopsy showed 13 broken ribs, a broken shoulder, and wrist. Biggs and Husband were jailed for their crimes, but since the exact cause of death could not be determined, Biggs received just 8 years for assault, and Husband got a little over 2 years for neglect.
Wow.
Number 6. Stacey Parsons.
But just because she's a mother doesn't mean she doesn't have the potential to kill him.
Parsons' husband, Gary Wyatt, threatened her with divorce, and she retaliated by killing their 4-year-old daughter, Victoria. She drove Victoria to a bridge, where she stabbed her in the chest, delivered blunt force trauma to her head, and drowned her. Parsons then placed her in the trunk of her car, where she was found by Wyatt. The distraught father attempted CPR, but Victoria was already dead. Family members say that Parsons was always jealous of Victoria and was disappointed that she wasn't a boy. Parsons turned herself into police just hours after the murder. Number...
This shit is going... What
the world?
Bro, it's getting worse and worse and worse, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
And I never understood.
Not bruh, but you know what I'm saying? It's just
I never understood how, like...
It can happen postpartum. But I can't, me as a man, I can't say how long postpartum lasts.
But I was about to say about the jealousy thing.
But that could be depression too, though.
Yeah,
because more people are showing love to you.
You
a girl. You get everything possible. I wanted as a child, so
I
guess I can't say I can't put myself there.
Yeah.
But it's sad, messed up, and the fact that you stabbed your daughter. Beat her upside her head and then drown. At least
then she put her in a trunk.
And after she basically did all that, she drowned her. She was dead. She put her in the trunk of the car, and the dad found her. Tried to do CPR, but she was already gone. Probably long gone.
That's sad.
Casey Marie Anthony.
Once labeled the most hated mom in America, Anthony says she knows many people still think she killed Kaylee.
When a child suddenly goes missing, most parents would be on the phone with police within an hour. But Casey Anthony apparently waited a month. In fact, it was her mother who alerted authorities. Anthony also lied to police multiple times when they were looking for the 2-year-old. When young Kaylee's remains were found, her death was ruled a homicide, and Anthony was the prime suspect. After a long and very public trial, however, there wasn't enough evidence to convict Anthony of the murder, and she went free in 2011. Public outcry following the verdict was significant, as many felt Anthony was directly responsible for the murder. Number 4. Belle Gunness. This 19th century criminal might remind you of Marianne Cotton. Gunness mainly killed men, starting with her husbands, to claim insurance money. Her children and stepchildren were used as pawns, and she killed them when it suited her. She went so far as to put advertisements in the newspaper, calling for male partners to help at her farm, only to kill and rob them. When henchman Ray Lamphere threatened to expose her, she staged a fire that killed her 3 children and seemingly planted a female body to fake her own death. She had withdrawn most of her money shortly before the fire, and though there were countless sightings, she was never verifiably seen again. Number 3. Gertrude.
Wow.
She really got away with it, like mass murder.
That's crazy.
Why the fuck would you even kill your kids if you can't even collect the insurance policy off on them? So they were just, collateral?
I have no clue. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like
I get
it
exactly
doesn't
what
make
you're
any sense to even kill them. You should have just at least took them to a police station or something and dealt. You could have did anything. You didn't have to kill them. And then you could have set the house on fire, made it seem like you know what I'm saying, killed yourself or something.
And the man, but that's crazy. I don't know.
Baniszewski. Lester and Betty Likens left their teenage daughters Sylvia and Jenny in the care of Gertrude Baniszewski while they worked with a traveling carnival. When payments for the girls' care came late, Baniszewski's true character was revealed, and she began physically and emotionally abusing the girls, particularly Sylvia. She encouraged her own children and those from the neighborhood to torment the girl. Sylvia lived through various tortures, suffering burning and blunt trauma, until she eventually died. Baniszewski served just under 20 years in prison, while her children were also prosecuted for their roles in the murder. The case inspired multiple novels, including The Girl Next Door. Number 2. Ka Yang. This mother of 4 took her 2-month-old daughter Mirabelle and put her in a microwave for up to 5 minutes. Mirabelle suffered severe burns, her internal organs were damaged, and she died as a result. Yang, who had been suffering from epilepsy, claimed she was having a seizure and was unaware of her actions. Despite her defense, she'd been inconsistent with her account of the events, telling police that she dropped Mirabelle on a space heater. When police found a pacifier in the microwave and radiation was discovered in Mirabelle's stomach, Yang admitted to killing her baby and was sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder. Before we
Now,
that's crazy.
Firsthand, I know about epilepsy or somebody dealing with it. We both do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how somebody that was your go-to. You were having a seizure and you put a baby in a microwave. Come on now, like we both have people in our family who deals with.
Well, I think she was saying she was having one, and because I'm trying to see, because I don't want to make no excuses for her. Why I'm
the reason why she probably dropped the baby on the
space heater because she was having one, but then come to find out they found the pacifier in the microwave and radiation in the stomach, so they determined no, that's not how the baby
you right.
got here to this point.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. My bad. Yeah. Okay. But I was finna go off on her.
Yeah. I feel you.
I still need to go off on her.
Most definitely, because that was
what I'm saying? She needs some
yeah.
skippity paps for real. Because she needs a little bit more than skippity paps. But
that's crazy.
You don't put.
And my thing is, if you don't, okay, never mind. I ain't gonna speak on it. Yeah.
Well, if you don't want the baby,
like if there's other ways that you can you can get a baby up for adoption. You can let people know I'm dealing with something, and maybe I'm
sure your family would even raise the child.
Whatever the case may be, but you resulted to that. No, come on now.
She needed a mental evaluation, like for real.
Our number one pick. Here are some honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
And I want to tell you something else. I'm fighting for his freedom. I've written to the governor and to everybody, and I'm never going to rest until I set him free.
Will you please sit down?
Maybe in their innocent years, God would take them up.
Number 1. Sanae Shimomura. This single mother of 2 was tired of taking care of her 3-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son, so she repeatedly left them alone in her apartment while she spent time with her boyfriend. She would typically leave the children for a few days, but in June 2010, she simply didn't go home. Concerned neighbors could hear the children crying, and social services reportedly passed by. But finding no one home, the children were never rescued. After a month locked in the apartment, their bodies were discovered, the children most likely having starved to death. Shimomura was sentenced to 30 years in prison for her crime.
30
years?
You killed 2 people.
30?
You killed 2 people.
Look at me. I'm like, what the world?
Technically, you killed 2 people. And all you get is 30 years? All you get is 30.
I never
And
really
to be honest, and social services stopped by, and y'all had got complaints that you hear kids in there, but there's nobody there, you should have also brought a police officer, because I've seen social services show up to somebody's, or child services show up with an officer, you know?
But 9 times out of 10, like, there's someone there to answer the door. There was no one answering the door.
And you know the reason why you didn't hear...
But look, all you going off is speculations,
you
though.
probably didn't hear them because they were probably
They was
already dead.
Maybe, because at what point did you show up? Was it weeks later? You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, neighbors heard the babies crying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But by the time you showed up, did you hear the babies yourself? But no one came to the door? You didn't hear anything, and no one ever came to the door. So you just thought everything was cool. That's sad.
Or, you know, how they could have actually gotten inside. They could have did a welfare check.
That's sad.
Because a welfare check, if you know what I'm saying, if they seemed as though maybe they can always break down a door for a welfare check.
I mean, yeah, you can always, but...
There's ways around that they could have got it inside.
You know, I wish there's, something, I don't know.
Something different could have transpired, but yeah.
That's sad.
Oh man, with that being said, y'all spam us up. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. But as always, man, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ Kid and C.
We are. Kid and C. Go get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.